What's up, Facebook? The Urban Gardening in Arizona Facebook group. It's Jake Mace, the vegan athlete. Little Easter gardening live video here. And it's evening time, the sun is just setting. And it's this time of year, I always tell people that is the best time of year to live in Arizona, because as you're driving in your car in the early mornings or at night with the windows down, it's just the best weather possible. It's just so nice. It's a little glimpse of the tropics, nice cool nights, but still warm enough that nobody's actually cold. It's just heavenly. I'm sitting here in the backyard garden with a barhi date palm behind me and the Brazilian red peppercorn tree and my xeriscape full of Arizona native bushes and cactus and trees. A lot of them are edible, like the Palo Verde. It's edible yellow flowers, and the green pea pods that on the inside have an edamame style of pea that I eat, which is high in nutrients and protein. Before I start this video today, if you guys could do a couple things. Number one, hit the like button or hit the heart button or hit the wow face for me. Number two, if you can hit the share button to get the word out there about gardening at home, which I think is crucial in today's world. The better our technology gets, the weaker our bodies are going to get, and it's important for us to grow our own food at home so that we eat food in its ripe state, full of minerals that we pump into the soil, like the azomite that you can get from jakemace.com. And you can plant a wide variety of foods that the grocery stores will never carry in your garden, as landscape bushes, as fruit trees, etc. So if you want to get the word out there about living healthy through gardening, hit the share button, because the share button is the most powerful button. That's how we get the word out to the Facebook group. And please join my monthly seed bank box program, where we'll get you signed up for just 20 bucks a month. You can cancel anytime, but it's 20 bucks a month, and you get a box of seeds from me, which are the same varieties of seeds that I'll be planting in my garden. For those of you who are members of the seedbankbox.com program, I have the current month, April's Seed Bank Box video being edited now, and I can't wait to show you guys what seed varieties are in the box. If you guys got it, you already know. I'm just a little bit behind because we had a trip, and we got back from a trip recently, and I'm just getting the video out now. I wanted to ask you guys a question in this live video, and then I want to show you guys a few of the fruit trees that are fruiting in my yard. Do you guys like my edible landscape? If you guys like it, hit the like button right now or hit the heart button. I've got a mulberry tree in full ripeness here. I've got an avocado tree behind here if you guys want to see. The reason why I ask you this question, do you like what I'm doing here, is because I've really liked building it over the years. This is the Aravaipa avocado tree doing really well right here. You guys can see it all back in there, looking really bushy. It's a little bit of, send some Tai Chi energy, some chi to the avocado. I've really enjoyed building it over the years, and I've really enjoyed showing you guys the progress, kind of like a video journal. People say vlog or video blog, but I call it a video journal, because the videos that I make about my edible landscape here are not really for you guys. They're actually for me, because it's like a video journal that I can look back on and see 2012, 2013, 2011, 2014, and see how my yard was back then. And if I have any questions in my mind, like how is this tree or this garden looking at that time, I can always use my videos as a database and go back in time and see what the answer is. This tree is one of my favorites. It's called a Pakistan mulberry, and I've already harvested 2 huge Ziploc bags of mulberries off this tree alone, and I've put them in the freezer already. So I've got about 3 or 4 months supply of these guys in the freezer. Sorry, I'm kind of shaky right now. I got a lot on my mind. I'm trying to hold it together for a live video for you guys, but I've got a lot on my plate right now, and I'm trying to fake a good personality here for you guys. So I have a question for you. Here's the question for this live video. I'm interested in doing all of this again, whether it's the neem tree, the carob tree, all of the date palms behind me that are flowering and fruiting right now, my pond, as you guys can see behind me, full of the koi fish, adopted rescued koi fish, and the river that oxygenates the water. I'm interested in doing it again. That right there, by the way, all of this right here, this is the other Aravaipa avocado tree that's twice the size of the other one, looking really big and looking beautiful back there. I'm interested in doing it again. And you guys are the first ones to hear this. Let me see who's out there. Craig, my friend Craig is out there, who's growing a front yard, backyard food forest. Hey Deepa, what's happening to Deepa? And Jody and Andrea. I'm interested in doing it again. One of the things that has happened to me over the last couple of years is that people have often emailed me, texted me, or called me, or messaged me directly on social media like Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook here, and they've offered their properties to me. A lot. That's happened a lot. Probably at least 10 times over the last couple of years. I've had people contact me, people who are doing very well in life. They have multiple properties in the Phoenix area, and they've offered their like 2-acre property or their 1-acre property or their 5-acre property to me. Even the city of Tempe, Department of Waste Management offered a 1/2-acre property to me down on Tempe Beach. Offered it to me to build an edible garden there, and I feel sorry. I love those guys at City of Tempe, but I was just way too busy to take on that project and plant a food forest there. But this seems to be a common theme. People are always asking me, hey Jake, I love your videos, man. They're really inspiring. I learned so much from them. I have this property. That's how it always starts. I have this property. It's a 1/2 acre. It's 1 acre. It's 2 acres. It's 5 acres, whatever the acreage is. I haven't touched it in a few years. There's a little house, a little casita on it. It's flood irrigated. It's in Gilbert, or it's in Levine, or it's in Phoenix, or it's in Scottsdale, or it's in Anthem, you know, or it's in Ahwatukee or Chandler, whatever it is. And I would love for you to put an edible food forest on there and then eventually own it as yours. I just want it to go to a good home. That's what they say. They honestly, every single time, whoever the owner of the property is, has said to me, I just want you to own it eventually. I just want to see it go into good hands and to see you put another food forest on it. And at the time, I really didn't have any time for that, and I didn't really have an interest. I was so busy here building longevity gardens. Well, I'm interested in doing it now, so I don't want to go into too many of the details, but I've been thinking a lot about a lot of things lately, and I want to do a second longevity gardens, whatever we're going to call it. You know, maybe we'll call it, the second one is call it the energy gardens, you know, longevity gardens and energy gardens. Or maybe we'll call it prosperity gardens. But I want to do it again, a second property, flood irrigated this time. I want it to be somewhere between 1/2 acre, maybe to 2 acres. That's a good sweet spot, 1/2 acre to 2 acres. You know, I'm open-minded, but I thought ideally if it's 1/2 acre to 2 acres, that's a good size. Flood irrigated property with a little home on it, nothing extravagant, just somewhere where if I needed to sleep there and work until dark and then get up at dawn, I don't have to sleep in a tent. I don't want just a land-only property. But I also want it to be fairly affordable, and I want to eventually own it. I don't want to just manage it. I don't want to lease it. I would love to have the person have an interest in eventually having me be the owner, selling it, and seeing an amazing food forest go on it. Plus, it would be really cool to cover it on my YouTube show and here on the live Facebook group. So my goal is to start over again with a second property and take you guys along for the journey on video and show you guys how I would build an edible urban food forest from scratch the right way. Because longevity gardens here in Tempe, my backyard and front yard, or I should say Pam's backyard and front yard. My wife Pam and I have done this together. It's our front yard and backyard food forest garden. I want this one to continue to thrive and to continue to be something special that we can continue to do updates at, do garden tours at, and show you guys the progress. But I want to take all the knowledge that I've gained by doing this property and expand to a second property that's flood irrigated with a little more land, that's somewhere in the Phoenix Valley, the Phoenix metropolitan area. I don't care if it's, you know, a little outside of Phoenix, but I don't want it to be in like California. I'm interested in it being in Phoenix Valley area. So if any of you guys out there are in that position and you want to see something special like that happen, contact me. You can message me here on Facebook. Message me at Jake E. Mace. My middle initial is E. It stands for Ernest. My middle name is Ernest. So you can message me here at Jake E. Mace. You can also message me at the Vegan Athlete Facebook page. You can message me at the Jake Mace page. The Jake Mace page has about 30,000 likes. The Vegan Athlete page has about 7,000 likes. And here at the gardening group, we have about almost 17,000 members. So if you are a person out there who has a property that fits those parameters and are interested in seeing it be something special that I can use as a canvas to paint a food forest on and broadcast the transition from beginning to end on my Facebook and YouTube show, please reach out and contact me here on Facebook. You can also email me at jakemacevegan@gmail.com. That's my private email, jakemacevegan@gmail.com. And let's talk about it. I'm interested in doing it, you know, now. So I'm interested in moving on it. I don't just I don't wait around and do things. I don't wait around and do things halfway. I like to attack things in the present moment. So that's it. That's for the purpose of this video. If you guys know somebody who might be a good connection for me, please reach out and let me know who they are. And I hope you guys enjoy seeing a little glimpse of my backyard here. Some things that are growing well, like right now my curry tree. This tree is pretty amazing, this curry tree. Anybody from India that comes to my house always recognizes this tree, and if you rub it really aggressively and release the oils onto your skin, it really smells, what's the word, like smoky. Like smoky and pungent. And right now, for the first time, it's flowering. It's never flowered before. It's been in the ground for like 3 years, but those are curry flowers. And this is the newest tree addition to my yard. I got this one at the Desert Botanical Gardens plant sale this last session, the spring plant sale a few weeks ago, and it was, it's a native to the desert called a Palo Blanco. You guys have heard of the Palo Verde, but this one's a Palo Blanco. And the trunk kind of looks like a rainbow eucalyptus, where it has many different colors and it has a really amazing texture. So the Palo Blanco is my newest tree variety here in the yard, and I've got a lot of trees here in the date palm category that are flowering now. So we had 4 of our date palms go to flower this year, and here's what the flowers look like. I'll show you guys. Which one has flowered the most? This one here looks pretty good. This one just cracked out some, this is a nice little view of my backyard garden. You guys can see the bridge over here that goes over the river. All that back there is loquat and mulberry and royal poinciana. Back over here is a single corm of bananas that have multiple pups now on them growing. And this guy should fruit this year. And then if you guys look behind here, this was, we planted this a month and a week ago for the March's seed bank box. This is all the glass gem corn that was planted from seed a little over a month ago, and now the corn is almost 2 feet tall, no, maybe almost 3 feet tall, and it's looking like it's coming along pretty good. So we'll see if this corn can make it to full maturity and actually fruit a bunch of cobs of corn, even though the soil here is brand new. And it's always the hardest garden to plant in the first season with a new soil mix. Even the Mace's Mix. Once my Mace's Mix soil, which includes worm castings, compost, rock dust, and coconut coir, once the Mace's Mix garden soil has, you know, a couple years to become alive. It's so much easier to plant in, as is every kind of soil. This is a passion fruit vine that we planted about 1.5 years ago. And look at the amazing passion fruit flowers. And yes, I do get these all to fruit. So there's the thumbnail. Somebody screenshot that and send that to me. The passion fruit flower looks like it belongs in the ocean. It's so amazing. And I get all these guys to fruit. Usually I just take my finger and I just push I don't know if it's called the anthers like the dragon fruit flower is, but let's right now, I might be wrong, but let's call it the anthers. And I think it's called the, I'm forgetting the name of the female part here. I want to say stigmata, but I don't know if that's the right word. Anyways, we're pushing the pollen of the male part, which opens in the afternoon. I've noticed it's not open in the morning time. And we're kind of brushing it into the purple female part of the flower. And then when this closes, it'll pollinate into a passion fruit. The first year, I had to do this in order to have fruit. But now I have so many butterflies here on the property that they do all the pollination for me. There's another one up here. You can see how there's another one up in there. You see there's 2 of them? And then even up in here, there's more all over the place. They're all over. So what's really cool is that this is climbing up on my wall, and now the 7-foot tall wall that we put in here for privacy from the trash alley is gonna be green, covered in passion fruit. But I get sidetracked. This is what I meant to show you guys, was my date palm flowering here. See how this date is a female? And that's the first time she's ever flowered before. Those flowers just came out, and I have some male pollen that I saved. Yeah, I think it's called it's called the stamen, is that right? Thank you, Gardner Brandy. Is that right? No, that doesn't seem right to me. It seems close. Somebody Google search, what's the 2 main parts of the dragon fruit flower? It's the anthers and the, I know, but I'm in the mode for live video and I'm having a mental block. Anyways, I have some male pollen in my freezer that was from my friend Erica in Arcadia, and I'm gonna just come out here tonight or tomorrow morning and I'll sprinkle the pollen on these guys and see what happens. I probably should pick the flowers off first year, but I'm gonna see what happens. And also back here we've got the Mexican elderberry tree doing really well and full of flowers. The Mexican elderberry. This is another mulberry tree that's growing next to the elderberry tree that has just some huge leaves and is full of fruit. And I'm really proud of these prickly pear cactus because I found these 3. Let me get a better angle so you guys can see all 3. Can you see all 3? There's 1, 2, and 3. I found these 3 prickly pear cacti in another location in the desert, and they happened to be fruiting at that time. And the fruits were so enormous. They were the biggest tunas and the biggest cactus fruits I had ever seen and eaten before. I mean, they were softball size. So I brought back 1 pad off each cactus. So that 1 pad on the bottom right there, this 1 pad was what I started with. And this one back here, just that 1 pad is what I started with, and so on. And all this prickly pear, this nopalitos, has grown from that initial 1 pad. Yes, I want to say stigmata, but it's stigma, right? It's anthers and stigma. And I'm curious if the passion flower, if they also call that anthers and stigma. Do you guys know? Anyways, sidetracked. The prickly pear. In 1.5 years, now all of this has grown from that 1 pad. And the mother cactus I took it off of are continuing to grow great where they originally were. And now I have a clone of them. And hopefully this year, I'll get some tunas, some fruit for the first time, and I can see if it's going to be as big as the ones I saw on the mother plants. And what's also kind of fun for me is that my desert willow, I love this desert willow tree, and it's starting to get her flowers back, which look kind of like orchids, and they smell oh so good. We're going to get those back as well. So, and if you guys want to see craziness, I mean, I've already harvested literally 6 bags of mulberries. I mean, even my Muren Zhuang, my Wing Chun wooden dummy that I practice the martial arts on for combos and arm strength, it's got a mulberry on top as an offering to me. Look at all the mulberries on this tree. Can you guys see in there? Some of them are red, purple. The purple ones are the ones that I eat when they're ripe. They're just all over. This whole tree is loaded. So I don't want anything to happen to this property, Longevity Gardens. We've put so much time and effort into this property, and it's a living organism. So I want to maintain ownership of Longevity Gardens and continue to be here and continue to video the progress of the living food forest that's here. And I also want to continue to do tours here because people love to see the yard in person, because it's a very humble, typical 1970s neighborhood in the city, but yet it has a pretty incredible garden in the backyard of it that nobody knows is here, unless you are in the inner circle. But I want to do it again. I want to do it a second time, but this time, what I said in the beginning of the video, a lot of people right now in the comments are asking me, please say what you said earlier again. So what I said earlier is that I'm interested in doing a second Longevity Gardens, whatever we're going to call it, whether we call it Prosperity Gardens or Energy Gardens or whatever. I want to do it a second time, but this time I want to do it again in a property that's in the Phoenix area. It could be anywhere in the Phoenix area. I don't care if it's Laveen, Gilbert, Chandler, Scottsdale, anywhere in the Phoenix area. I want it to be flood irrigated, and I want the property to be between 1/2 acre to 2 acres, something in that I want it to be a little bigger than 1/3 of an acre, because what I have here is I have 1/3 of an acre. And I want it to be at least 1/2 an acre, between 1/2 to 2 acres. A little under, a little over. I'm open-minded, but somewhere in that range. And I want it to already have a little structure on it for living in. Nothing. It doesn't have to be a mansion, but I want it to have a house on it so that we could live there if we needed to work long hours. And I want somebody who has vision of using the property for a edible food forest to come forward if they're interested in selling it to somebody, being me, who has the desire to turn the property into an urban food forest here in the city. And I am not interested in renting it, and I'm not interested in just managing it. I want to own the property, so I want to have some kind of arrangement worked out where we own the property ultimately and build a food forest there and broadcast the entire transformation from start to finish on YouTube and here on Facebook. Because like it or not, when I bought this property, I wasn't exactly sure it would look like this when I first bought it, full of date palms and dinosaur kale, and look at the edible, all my raised beds are in there, and it's just like a green food forest back there. It's amazing. There's so much food being grown here, and it's a freaking ecosystem here. I mean, the other day I was teaching 100 gardeners here, and a great blue heron flew into the yard, and then that night, an hour or two later, a giant horned owl flew into the top of the shoestring acacia willows. And we have easily like 50 varieties of birds that come here all throughout the day, and easily 20 varieties of dragonflies and dozens of varieties of bees. There's different kinds of bees. And it's just an amazing ecosystem here, and I really don't want anything to happen to it, but I want to expand. I don't want to just have the one property. I want to do it again on flood irrigation this time. So if you know of anybody who's interested in partnering with that kind of program, or if you are somebody who's got an extra property that's interested in seeing it go to good use, contact me, jakemacevegan@gmail.com. Amy says, my hair looks nice today. Wait, are you selling your home and buying new? Thank you very much for the compliment on my hair. I just got a haircut yesterday. But no, I'm not selling the house. We're keeping this house and this property. We're going to keep attacking it like we always have. We just want to expand to a second property that has flood irrigation with a little more land somewhere here in the Phoenix area. And I want to cover both properties on the YouTube show and on the Facebook group here. So, jakemacevegan@gmail.com, or you can message me here on Facebook personally, or you can go to any one of my Facebook pages, the Jake Mace page, the Jake Mace Vegan Athlete page, or the Jake E. Mace page. Facebook me privately as well there. And I will see you guys next time I hope you guys enjoy this little sneak peek of my backyard garden here. Oh, one thing I'm really excited about right now, look at how much green is about. It's just like, if I just spin really quick, look at when I spin. This entire property was a dirt clay lot when Pam and I first bought it in 2011. And no matter where you walk in the property now and spin, it's very aesthetically pleasing because it has a lot of flow to it. And that was Pam's job, was to keep me reined in to create that flow. But at the same time, everywhere we look now is edible greenery and 2 to 3 feet of wood chips on the ground. So when we first bought the property, there was a constant barrage of dust devils and dust tornadoes coming through. The house was completely exposed, and this is a western facing wall, and the entire western facing wall just got baked in the afternoon, and it was like untouchable. You couldn't touch it, it's so hot. And now look at the moringa trees that are only 1 year and 4 months old, and they're already growing back from my pruning job, and they're covering the wall. And these two guys, this one and this one, in 2 months from now, they'll be as big as these two, and that whole wall will be green and protected from the afternoon sun. So I think it's pretty cool. And let me show you guys what I think is also really looking good right now is back here. I have this dragon fruit cactus. And you guys have seen when oh, look at the Aravaipa avocado tree. Doesn't the avocado tree look nice? It's been in the ground for 2 years. I'm editing right now the current seed bank box video as well as the 2-year update on the avocado. And look at how nice the leaves look on this guy. It's so nice looking. And I would say he's 10 feet tall now. And over here, you guys saw me pollinate the dragon fruit flower and got a fruit on my YouTube channel. Go on YouTube and type in Jake Mace dragon fruit. But now I pruned it heavily 3 or 4 months ago. And now look at how much has grown back. It's just really incredible how all this new growth on top. Look at how good it looks, all this new dragon fruit cactus growth. And this is a really protected microclimate because of the mesquite tree up there, as well as the palm trees up there, and the pomegranate tree behind me. It's a really protected little microclimate. I'm trying to be quiet because my neighbors are having a party and they're staring at me, and they don't, I don't want them to think that I'm videoing them. And one sad note at the end of my video here today is that you guys know I have a giant rabbit named Chubbs, and I got Chubbs, Pam and I got Chubbs back in probably like 2011, and Chubbs is 6 years old, and Chubbs died. So it's kind of sad. If you guys hit the sad face for me, I'll do a YouTube show about it, like a remembrance of Chubbs. But he died probably like 5 days ago. Pam went to Mexico for her mom's 70th birthday, and he died while she was gone. And so I found Chubbs out in the morning time, dead inside of his burrow. And it was kind of sad because Chubbs has been with us for his whole life, and that was it. It's just that was the end of Chubbs. So, on that sad note, we're going to end this video today, and I want to encourage you guys right now, go check out seedbankbox.com and let me know how you like the website. We put a lot of time into that website. My wife Pam built the whole thing herself, and seedbankbox.com is a great way to get seeds that are open pollinated heirloom seeds that you can harvest after they go to seed, and you can plant them again and again every season. So check out seedbankbox.com and get signed up today for my monthly seed surprise program, because the next seed bank box, May, is going to be better than any month prior. It's going to be the best seed bank box we've ever sent out, and we work really tirelessly to put those boxes together and to make the experience wonderful. And you guys can get my most recent YouTube video where I go to my friend Justin Roner's house in Gilbert, and I do an update as to see his edible landscape, and in particular his trampoline garden. He has a trampoline in the ground that he has hollowed out underneath, and he has a subterranean kind of greenhouse underneath the trampoline. So he gardens down below and his kids jump on top. It's really incredible. The link to watch it is up there. And sorry, I got a lot on my mind today. I'm just really kind of a little down in the dumps, but I wanted to give you guys a little tour of my yard and let you know about the future of what I want to do. I want to get that second property going. So let me know if you have any connections for me. Peace. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. My treeple out there, you guys are awesome. We're probably in like 5 days or so, we're going to become, from my research anyways, we're going to become the largest gardening group in Arizona very, very soon. There's a bunch of gardening groups, and for some reason or another, we've been adding so many followers. We're gonna hit 17,000 followers in a matter of days, and I'm really taken back at how cool this closed Facebook group has been for the gardening community, especially the 75% of the members who are actually in Arizona. And I would say the other 25% are still an amazing part of the group because we get to see stuff that's growing all over the world. If you guys ever see anything that doesn't belong in the group, you can always tag me and I'll remove it as quickly as I can. I'm probably removing about 30 or 35 posts every day that don't belong. It's my job as the moderator to kind of police the site and make it, keep it under control. If I see one more freaking post for those green gloves that have the sharp claws on the end, I'm gonna vomit. I swear to God. I have seen those stupid green gloves with the black claws on the end easily 200 times. I do not need to see it again. And if I see another post, whatever nursery it is that posted that billboard out front that says, "It's springtime, I'm so excited, I wet my plants." I swear to God, if I see that, "It's springtime, I'm so excited, I wet my plants." If I see that again, I'm gonna pass out. I'm gonna cut down all my trees because I've seen that so many freaking times. I remove it instantly every time I see it. The other thing that you guys will see a lot of times in the group is you'll see people constantly posting posts in the closed group here for gardening t-shirts. And it just says, the caption always says, "Oh my God, what a great t-shirt. I'll be ordering mine tonight." And then it has a link to order the gardening t-shirt. Like, you know, "I just need a cold beer and my garden." That's such bullcrap. That's just spam because they're getting paid 15-20% off of each sale of those t-shirts. So that's not some Arizona person posting a t-shirt. That's a company spamming every Facebook group around all of Facebook. Okay. And usually as well, when I see that the Facebook profile picture is of a girl in a bikini, that usually means instantly that it's a spam bot and it's about to post some really horrible pornographic bullcrap in the group. So I've learned over the last year and a half what the spam is in the group, and that's why I delete about 30 or 40 posts a day. But all in all, I think you guys would agree this group is very helpful for urban gardeners like myself, not only for information, but it's also helpful for inspiration and motivation. So if you guys agree with me, hit the share button, hit the like button, and let's all post. Everybody out there, I want you guys to give me your commitment and give me your promise that this week you guys will post at least 1 or 2 pictures from your garden in your yard, no matter how big or how small it is. Please, this week, post a video or 1 or 2 pictures that are personal to you from your garden. I really hate what Facebook has become. What Facebook has become is it's become a video addiction website. Hardly anybody posts their own personal stuff anymore. The vast majority, I would say 99% of people who are posting on Facebook these days, all they post is they just share random videos that get shared and shared and shared all over again. So if you scroll down your news feed, all you're going to see is reposts of videos. And once you watch one, they suck you into a video loop where you've kind of become addicted to watching 10 or 20 more videos over and over and over again. All of a sudden you're like, I just wasted freaking 10 minutes of my life again. How do I get out of here? It's like a Pandora purgatory of video bullcrap that you didn't really want to watch anyways. So please do me a favor and post your own original content, and please post your own original videos and photos in the group so that we can learn, be motivated, and be inspired by your story. And I promise you guys, if I'm able to secure the new property for Longevity Gardens Part 2, I promise you that I will do my best with all my modern day equipment, whether it's drones, I've got digital cameras, camcorders, GoPros. I'll use all of my, I've got gimbals like this I'm talking to you guys on is a gimbal. So I can literally run around my entire property and it looks pretty smooth like a movie. That's the reason why my videos look a little better, because I got this gimbal that has a motor on it and allows me to kind of be really, really stable and still, no matter how much shake is going on. So I'll use my technology like this to cover the whole process as we turn the second property into another food forest in the city. Look at the clouds up there. That's pretty amazing. All right, guys, I love you, Treeple. Go vegan. Go vegan. Grow your food at home. Share this video and comment down below. Once I end the video, I'll get on my computer in the comments and I'll answer all your questions in the comments. And I will see you guys back here next time, or I'll see you at the link above for my latest YouTube video featuring Justin Rohner's Agriscaping Trampoline Garden. Have a great Easter. Bye.